going, everyone? It is Liam Caddison here. It's episode number 6 of RWBY Volume 9. We're in the second half of what has been a fantastic volume so far. And the last episode was just really fantastic stuff. We had some really intense moments, of course, with the weapons person and RWBY, which could be setting up things further down the line, of course. And we also had the return of our boy John, although John is looking a bit more older, of course. So the idea is he has been here for quite some time, although I have seen quite a few theories going around with, you know, time loops and all of that being a part of the thing. So yeah, but you know, the main thing is Jean is back. We're happy, although we could have our hearts shattered because, I mean, you know, what has, like, he has seen better days, of course, and you just feel so bad given the events of course, the ending of Volume 8 of RWBY. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping, although I won't be disappointed, but I am kind of hoping we're going to get some kind of explanation in regards to what has been happening with Jean, in regards to him being in the ever after leading up to this moment. So yeah, but yeah, a lot of theories were confirmed of him being the Rusted Knight, and yeah, I'm really excited to get into this episode, as well as the fact that, you know, the fandom has been hyping up this episode all week long in regards to, you know, those who have worked on this volume and, you know, people getting excited. So I'm not nervous coming into this episode, but we shall wait and see what does happen. So why don't we get into episode number 6 of Volume 9 for RWBY? Let's go. Right, first things first, check everything is in order. It is now, and voila. Oh goody, this should be fun. Warning, that's when shit's gonna go down, isn't it, when it comes to, like, there will be flashing images, because you don't get that. You don't get that every episode, so... Oh boy! Now, I feel like out of episodes, because we're at the halfway point of this volume, I will say I feel like episodes, it's a tie between episodes 4 and 5 in regards to what's been my favourite so far this volume. Although this episode could change things, who knows. But yeah, we're halfway done with RWBY and I'm not ready for another wait again. Oh, I'm excited. I am excited. Yeah, we need to see more of Neo as well. Just saying. Oh, they've changed the intro because... Nice, because of that reveal. Nice. I see you. Now the cat is out of the bag. Or the rabbit out of the hat. Are we getting... Just hold on. Shit, paralleling to the first episode, but Jean's perspective. Shit, here we go. Oh, he's trying to reach Crescent Rose. Oh, buddy.
Where
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Yeah?
Clock. Oh, we're going for a time loop, aren't we? The 11th hour. Shit, we're going for a time loop! We are going for a time loop!
Hey, no, wait. Wait! Stop it! Please stop!
Holy shit! Fuck. Sean broke time. Shit, so time reversed.
I thought maybe
Okay.
I'd never see you again. But I knew if I waited long enough, that you would fall.
Jean was the boy who waited.
Just like I did.
Shit.
It's...
He fell at the same time,
really
but
you,
he went
right?
back in time.
When I saw you in the market,
Sean, it's us.
Oh.
How did you find us?
How are you the rusted knight? And when did you get so
Mature.
Weiss! Whoa!
What happened in Atlas
Whoa!
after the rest of us fell?
guess we've all got a lot of catching up to do.
It sounds deeper, but yeah. Foy.
She's got 2 relics now?
And with Cinder... the
Oh, is he
ability to-
gonna reveal about
She
what
doesn't know
happened
where
to
the beacon
Penny?
relic is.
Well, there's that to be thankful for, at least.
We lost Atlas and the relic.
But we got everyone out safely. Jean said so.
We risked their home to save the relic, and we failed.
Getting everyone out has to count for something.
What good is saving anybody if Salem just destroys the world anyway?
Just
That's how
prolonging
Ironwood
things,
thought.
but
You don't mean that?
Are you done?
oh,
We need to move before the weather turns, or it's going to take us a lot longer to get to safety.
oh. With Ruby though, she's going
There will be
through.
plenty of time to lick your wounds later. Come on.
Holy shit! You can see that Jean is definitely hardened.
So, where are we going again?
My village. I still can't believe you made it all the way from the Crimson Keep on your own.
Not on our own. We had help. Oh,
Yeah,
I hope the cat is okay.
yeah. He stuck around. He
What
stuck.
cat?
Oh.
That cat!
Does he have beef?
Oh, whew, I found you. Why is it you always find the thing you're looking for in the very last place you look? Sean!
Oh!
My! It has been an indeterminate amount of time, hasn't it? So, how have you been?
Wait, you two know each other?
Well, they'd have to. From the story.
Oh, John, I think there's a misunderstanding. The cat can get us all out of here.
The weather. Yeah.
Have time for this. We've got to get to my village. Don't worry. We don't need a guide.
But your
We
friends
got
wanted
beef
to
with
go
the
to the
curious
tree.
cat.
That's where you're letting them take you?
Well, yeah. That's how Alex got out. Right?
You didn't tell them anything.
Oh.
No, that's simply not true. I told
Oh.
them plenty of things.
Oh.
A few anythings and lots of somethings.
Can somebody please make sense?
That tree is death. It absorbs you, takes your memories, and turns you into something else. If you go there, it's going to erase
Shit,
you.
ascending.
They call it ascension here. That's really what it is.
Wait, the tree is what causes ascension?
That's what got the herbalist.
Uh-huh.
The roots of the tree.
Yeah.
Pretty curious that you neglected to mention that.
Mmm.
Oh, excellent penmanship, but
Hey.
It won't do that to you guys.
Oh, yeah? Then what happened to Lewis?
Who?
Alex's brother.
Oh, no.
That can't be right. She had a brother? Why didn't you mention him?
Well, you never asked.
Oh,
silly.
don't bullshit
It
us
was
with
always
that.
Alex this and Alex that.
Never
Following the
Lewis.
story the whole time, and it's not even true.
Let's go. I've got a plan.
A lot of good that's done you after what? How many years?
You
Can
can
everyone please stop?
Yeah, oh.
This is a lot to take in.
Well, looks like we're stuck at a crossroads then.
No!
What the shit did you just do? What the shit?
Welcome to
Oh!
a thunderstorm. A weather pattern that creates a physical manifestation of a mental or emotional problem. So, we appear to be at a metaphorical
Crossroads.
and literal crossroads.
How
Yo!
perfectly, stupidly ever after it. This place really is the pits.
No, you
The
don't
only way
say
out is
that!
to resolve the problem or wait until the storm passes.
Just sit
Let's
here.
get moving.
Okay, I asked for that.
At least you weren't falling for 30 minutes.
And Blake?
Must have had something bigger to work out.
They're together. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, they're at the same bridge that we see Ruby in the...
Yay!
Oh, it's that Crash Bandicoot level.
What do we do? We need to get to that platform.
They need to come together.
But how do we take the next step?
Oh, I can see where this might be going. Come on, come on. Let's go.
You know this would go quicker if you make up your minds.
I just don't think
I
the
would
story
like
is
to
both real
decide
and
to
not.
cry now.
It all happened. Just not the way Alex said when she wrote it.
Oh. Oh.
So, what? She just lied?
You have no idea.
Shit.
I waited for you to
The
fall
whole story's out in
for years. But somebody else showed up first. It was Alex. And her brother, Lewis. 2 siblings from Remnant. I told them I was from there too. I was waiting for my friends.
And this
Once
was
I
in
started
their
helping
past,
them,
of course.
It didn't take long for me to figure out I was in her story.
Or John's past, should I say.
I was the rusted knight. But things weren't always the same as the book.
Oh.
Like Alex. She wasn't just a little petulant or inconsiderate. She was selfish. Cruel. Like this whole world was simply make-believe and the rules didn't apply to her.
And so she
Lewis
made
was the
herself the
kind one.
hero.
The clever one. We went places she didn't mention in the story. Like the herbalist. Something changed there. Whatever he said to her, she wasn't the same after that.
Shit.
She lost all trust in us. Started accusing us of things. The more I tried to get the story back on track, the more she distrusted me.
Do love the...
Was it my fault?
Art.
Did I change the story? I couldn't even be the make-believe hero.
Oh.
I didn't have time to make it right. The rusted knight drank the poison in her stead. She said she wouldn't let anyone get in the way of her leaving. That she'd do whatever it takes. And then she was gone.
Oh my
So.
goodness.
Not exactly my
Alex.
favorite story anymore.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Wait.
She
Why don't
really
you
was
trust the cat, though?
problematic.
The cat's role in the ever after. I figured it out later when the cat came back for me once Alex left. When people lose their way here, the cat convinces them somehow. Either to keep performing their role or to go to the tree and get a new one. The cat calls it healing, but It's manipulation.
Yeah.
The cat was never helping Alex or you. Their purpose here is to feed the tree, to keep the cycle going.
How can you be sure?
Identity.
Because the cat took Alex and Lewis there. But only one of them made it back to our world.
Shit. And we all know who that is. 4. I mean, you are just really appreciating how sinister this world is becoming more and more now.
You all right?
Jean is revealing
I'll feel
the
a lot
truth.
better when we're together on that platform.
When we're together! Come on, Bumblebee! Bumblebee! Bumblebee!
Is it a password or something? Together!
Or not at all.
Platform! No luck?
Password!
I'm sure you'll figure it out, though. You're good at that. You think so? Well, yeah. You've got a really good brain.
They're complimenting each other.
Okay, that
they're,
did
they,
something.
they're addressing their
I talked
feelings.
about you, so... you have cat ears!
Oh, that was cute. Oh.
I think your cat ears are cute.
Oh my god, we're getting
Nailed
it!
Even though I don't know what it is yet. Maybe it's saying things we never said to each other.
Oh my god. Bumblebee, let's go, let's go.
I
Oh.
think you're an extraordinary person. You're always the first to lighten a situation. You act bravely when you're afraid.
Music.
You do what you say.
Oh, my heart.
Try to keep up. I like that you've never been intimidated by me, even when you didn't like me all that much. I was a little wary of people in general, but you never gave up on them, even when they hurt you. You never give up.
This is
You
it,
know what matters
folks.
to you.
Oh, we're fucking here. We are fucking here.
Let's make this quicker. Any big truths we haven't dropped on each other yet?
Oh. The lighting! The lighting! Oh, no, no, my heart. Oh, come on, come on, come on.
Did you just think of something that didn't say it? That can't be what this is about. It's like
This is beautiful.
a cliff.
Oh.
And if I do it, I'm just going to fall. I think we're already falling. Just say it, Yang. I think I love you. I love you too.
We're going! We're going! Oh, my heart! Holy shit! Yes! Yes! Oh, I'm so fucking happy. Oh. That's beautiful. That was fucking beautiful. Oh, my heart.
This time you were in the first place I looked
Oh.
rather than the last.
Jean told us.
No, I thought there was more to the story. You're accusing me of something. Same page now.
You're the one who gives afterins to the tree. Why haven't you been telling us the truth?
When afterins get all higgledy-piggledy, I help them return to the ever after, yes. But you're not afterins. I'm not taking you there to ascend. I'm taking you there because you all have such delightful information for me.
You pretended like you'd never heard of the
And
story
that's
when
really
you met us.
juicy.
But Jean had already told you.
I think old Jean's maybe a few sandberries short of a picnic these days.
Oh, don't.
Wouldn't you say?
Don't. Oh.
What happened
oh.
when you took Alex and Lewis to the tree?
I don't know. She had told me she'd take me with her through the door to Remnant, but she tricked me.
Oh. Is he
Just
telling the
like
truth?
all of you. You only want to use me in the same way I've only seen others as sources for knowledge and entertainment. Well,
It's
at
quite
least
the...
now I know what not to do.
We just want to get home.
Thank you for this lesson, Ruby, Rose, Huntress. I'll be on my way now.
Oh,
Stay with
boy.
you, friend.
Oh, oh! Storm's cleared. Yay. Are they seeing? They're seeing them two kill. Oh my goodness!
Did we miss anything?
Feels like I've been waiting forever for that.
Yes! Jean is us! Jean is us! They're like, fucking finally! Oh! Oh, Liam's happy. Liam is happy. Oh.
Hey, there's something I've been holding on to for you.
Please tell me, he did
That's
recover
the first thing I
Crescent
saw
Rose. He did
When I
recover.
was falling.
Shit!
When I finally found it, I knew I'd caught back up to the time of my holding. Ruby?
Oh shit.
Hey.
The fact that she just zoned out there.
Thank you, Sean.
Don't mention it.
Sean, what did happen to Lewis?
I think Alex traded him to the tree in order to leave.
A life for a life.
And she
Oh
wrote him
my
out of the story.
goodness, she did the Thanos shit.
Good night, everyone.
I'm sorry, little one. Yeah, we can't do that though, right? We can't do that. We can't, you know, go all Thanos. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh. I feel so bad for the people who are probably going to accidentally get spoiled logging into social media. And because this has been a thing that has been in development for some... I've wanted it to happen for so long. I can't even recall how long it's been because obviously we had the 2-year wait since Volume 8. But it's been a fucking while, and... Oh, man. Truths just came out in this episode. Beautiful and, you know, grim. Hey, get it? Grim? No, in regards to Alex, of course, and how... I mean, obviously there were quite a few references made in regards to the fact that Alex wasn't all, you know, sunshine and rainbows and all of that, and there was a kind of dark turn in her character. And with Jean, also getting an idea on why Jean is the way he is, and that's because, of course, the clock broke, time reversed, and yeah. But, I mean, obviously we knew he's been here for, like, what, several years, I guess. But, I mean, you can really see how troubled, well, not troubled, but how... I mean, obviously he would be hurt after what happened with Penny. But after everything with Alex, with the curious cat, and just waiting really for Team RWBY to come by. Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting when if he returns to Remnant, because my worry is that they could have Jean die. End of this volume. And I say that because it is going to be very interesting to see him reunite with Ren and Nora. But obviously he's now different. Unless, obviously, time has advanced for Ren and Nora, of course. And when we come back to Remnant, it'll be like, what, 10 years later. So, yeah, but... Oh. There's one thing that's going to be burning on my freaking mind, and it's the... And it was done really beautifully as well. I can't lie. I couldn't have imagined a better way of sealing the deal with Bumblebee, and I'm so fucking happy. It's been years in the making, and beautifully illustrated, beautifully, you know, said in terms of dialogue. Music was beautiful. I'm happy. I think I just have to process everything from that episode. The one thing that I did was race to social media to see everyone's reaction, because, like I said, Bumblebee has been in the making for years. And a lot of people love Bumblebee. I love Bumblebee. And here we are. So, as soon as... of course, both Yang and Blake were on that bridge when it was just them two. And as soon as compliments started to roll out, I'm like, we're fucking getting it. We're getting it. We cannot be blue balled here or anything. We are getting the confession. And... I mean, I do like the fact that this is episode 6, and you just think back to their moment in episode 6 of season 2, or volume 2, should I say. Several seasons later, here we are, and... You know, Jean said it best. Like, he was the fandom at that point when, of course, everyone returned back to the field, and, yeah... It's like, took you long enough. Oh, man. I mean, this episode really also has some very, very eerie vibes for what could be happening for coming towards the end of the volume. Especially because when it comes to the ending of a volume, I mean, this is a bit more shorter than the usual stuff. So I don't know if... because... usually it's like the final 4 episodes or whatever are like explosive or whatever. But it gets me worried with what was said, with what Alex did, with Neo still out there, with her army of Jabberwockers and all of that. I am kind of worried. Like, this episode does set up a very, very ominous vibe for things to come. So... and I already have a bit of a bad feeling about what could be happening, especially in regards to what Jean said about Alex and what she did with Lois. So, yeah, but I'm just trying to process everything Bumblebee related. Because, I mean, yeah. There was some, I mean, the entire episode was really good from... the episode just, well, not just beginning in terms of paralleling to when Ruby fell with Jean's POV, but also detailing about how he kind of broke time and went back in time, basically. It's literally the girl who, it's literally that episode of Doctor Who, The Girl Who Waited. Because, oh my god, I'm just thinking, like, imagine if there's two Jeans. That, I can't do that. Because, obviously what happened in that episode, we had an older Amy, who waited, for the Doctor and Rory to arrive. And obviously, you know, time was a bit wobbly there. If you know, you know. It's one of my favourite episodes of, it's probably my favourite episode of Series 6. But, yeah, it was really, really good to explore not just Jean, I guess, kind of breaking time and being sent back in time in a sense, but also how he encountered Alex and how he was indeed the Rusted Knight in the tale. So, It's kind of like a bit of a paradox in a sense as well, because obviously he grew up, having already have read The Girl Who Fell Through the World. But he was none the wiser about who the Rusted Knight was, only to later find out about the fact that he was indeed the Rusted Knight. Which, it is really, really sad as well, like when he talked about, I couldn't even be the make-believe hero. Because that's already another thing piled on to the dejection that Jean is already suffering from with, what happened with Penny, etc. So, yeah. But, yeah, he got to live the fairy tale. And it's just quite tragic in regards to Alex with her manipulation. It seemed like that was the case after, of course, the little talk with, or the little talk with herself, I guess, after she encountered the herbalist. Because we already know from episode 4 about how that went down with Team RWBY and how they were given that choice about who they wanted to be. And there was, of course, that worry about what would happen to Ruby if she wasn't interrupted, thanks to the curious cat. So, and I guess we're seeing the detrimental side effect with Alex, because it seemed like after that situation with the herbalist, she probably wished she could become stronger or whatever. She wanted to be stronger and all of that, and sometimes that requires a sacrifice of that kindness, really. So yeah, but I really, really loved it as well, like especially with the curious cat and how his story came about, because obviously there was beef, and it was very, very interesting to explore that. And not just that though, but they, of course, they were literally at a crossroads in regards to, how do we go from here with the cat and all of that. And I am wondering if the cat is going to encounter Neo after detaching themselves from RWBY and all of that after that little debacle. So yeah, but yeah, I mean that was really, really good. Like, especially, like I said, exploring about Alex and Lewis's story. But yeah, I mean, it was just very, very interesting learning more about Alex, more about what happened from Jean's perspective. So, yeah, but I mean, with it was also just very, very interesting seeing the cat side of things. Like, obviously, there was that idea of help, and there was, of course, betrayal there. His role is to, there is this idea with his role, he wants to help people ascend, really. And obviously with the rules being a bit different from those outside of the Ever After, yeah. I'm just really, really worried about what's going to happen with Jean. That's the one thing that's well, as well as Bumblebee, but we'll get onto that in a moment, because I do want to talk about what that ending entailed, and not just that though, but how it relates to Alex, because I am kind of getting red flags here. I don't know, I'm just having a really bad feeling with Jean. I mean, I said it right after the episode, but the more I think about it, the more I just think it's going to be a reality. I'll get onto it in a moment, because I am just thinking about it, but I do want to conclude about Alex and what happened with Lewis and all of that. And there was that sacrifice, I guess, because Lewis didn't make it, Alex did, and she got to tell the story. But I don't know if that was more so of the fact that she chose to write out with her writing the story, she chose to write out Lewis it wasn't done in terms of manipulation or whatever, or that she was cruel. Because we know that with the tree, we now know that that's a key importance to helping people in the Ever After ascend. So I'm not sure if there's going to be some kind of, like... I don't know if she had to sacrifice everything from... Not just his life, but also everything in terms of memory. He ceased to exist to Alex. And that's why he is not included in the story. Because it's not just it's not just a life for, I guess, a life, really. But... it's everything in terms of memories. I hope not as well, because my worry is if we are going to have to sacrifice things to return to Remnant, I'm thinking Jean. I am thinking, because like I said, I've been having really, really bad worries in regards to what's going to happen to Jean, especially since he's a lot older now. And again, going back to the girl who waited in Doctor Who, there wasn't an easy choice there as well. And here we are once again, because of the fact that, if my theory is right about the fact that Alex couldn't remember Lois, it's not just the fact that there was that sacrifice in terms of Lois's life, it's just the entire identity, memories, etc. The whole Peter Parker shebang, basically. No way home. Yeah, it's not just that. If that happened to if that happened to Lois, I'm just thinking, what if that could happen to Jean? What if... Because I feel like, obviously, that there's going to have to... I don't think it necessarily has to mean a life for a life, but it has to you have to give up something, basically. Whether that be someone of a living presence, whether that be someone attached to you. And I say that because we got Crescent Rose back, but I do feel like, especially in regards to the situation with RWBY, she might give that up. And she might forge a new identity. Like I said last week when it came to RWBY and... that identity, that struggle with who she is at the minute and not knowing if she wants to be a huntress anymore or not. Like, who would she be without a huntress? I did speculate about the possibility that RWBY could be someone new, reborn in a sense. And I feel like that might be a bit more prevalent with the fact that Crescent Rose is reunited. And we did have that moment where RWBY just zoned out completely, of course. So yeah, I feel like she'll sacrifice Crescent Rose, but still, well, I think at first she's probably going to sacrifice herself because and then there will be some clarity. It doesn't have to be a life or something like that. I can just see RWBY, especially with her mindset, saying that she will willingly stay behind or whatever, or she will willingly sacrifice herself, etc. I'm not sure, but I can definitely see that. But I think it has to be one item from each and all of that, or one thing from each person to sacrifice, whether that be a person or whatever. And I can see Jean giving himself up as well because of the guilt. Because that wasn't, like, there were certain details about what happened with the whole ending of Volume 8. There were certain details that were revealed, but not in regards to what happened to Penny. And I still feel like that guilt is obviously going to be stained to him. And I feel like there's going to be this kind of closure for Jean, where he's going to, where, I don't know. I can just definitely see with everything that happened and at the end of Volume 8, I can see Jean willingly sacrificing himself. But I'm hoping that's not the case if Alex can't remember Lewis. So, but who knows? I mean, maybe she did, but maybe it was too painful to write about him. But yeah, I'm just really, really worried. I'm just having major death flags for Jean right now, and yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I really, really thought that it was really great as well with Weiss's reaction to the Rusted Knight, and because like I said, she made certain comments about the Rusted Knight, and she didn't even know who the Rusted Knight really was. So I was wondering, is that is she gonna have this moment? Because especially with how done she has been in the Ever After, is she gonna have this moment where she's gonna be like, oh shit, no, she is really wanting the White Knight ship to set sail. So I guess I don't know. So yeah, but yeah, this was great. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Oh, yeah, that was really beautiful. I mean, I don't know what more to say about the fact, apart from the fact that it was really beautifully said, and executed. Not just in terms of visuals, dialogue, and not just that though, but how the environment was set up for Bumblebee. Because in basic terms, the Ever After got sick of the tension and were like, right, you two are gonna need to confess, otherwise you're trapped here, so get confessing. No, but in all seriousness, it's been a long time coming. And whether you're a Bumblebee shipper or not, you cannot deny that. It has been a long time coming. It's like Ren Nora. That was a long time coming. Even Arcos, that was, I guess, a bit coming, and then obviously we know what happened there. And I don't want to relive that, but you know, what I really love with RWBY is they take their time with things, and this was, I mean, I think a lot of people were adamant on the fact that Bumblebee would be, well, the Bumblebee ship would set sail this volume. Especially given the fact that with what happened at the end of Volume 8, there was the possibility that Yang could have died. She sacrificed herself, and there comes that, like, worry about, I thought I lost you, etc. And I don't want anything unsaid to be... that's it, basically. I don't want things to be left unsaid, so... So I think a lot of people were certain that Bumblebee would set sail, and here we are. Like I said, as soon as you saw the bridge and the confessions, well, the compliments, should I say, being ushered out, I'm like, yeah, we're doing this. We are doing this. And like I said, I had to take a bit of a breather just to kind of settle in the emotions and all of that. And see how everyone else would... Because I know there's a lot of Bumblebee shippers, including myself. And I do feel so bad for those... Because I know there's been a lot of people warning, okay, things are probably going to get hectic, so I'd advise to stay off social media. And you just feel so bad. I mean, there could be the argument it's their own fault, like for, you know, logging in and all of that. It's like when it comes to an F1 race in the morning and all of that, and not many people are going to get up in the like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they get spoiled about who the race winner is. And it's like, well, you should have stayed off, like there are people who say you should have stayed off social media until you've watched it, etc. But I'm not, you know, one of those people. I'm just, you know, going to say I just feel so bad for those who stumble upon spoiler. Even those who are yet to start Volume 9, I guess. Yeah. Because this is a big thing, but it was beautiful how it was done. And not just that though, but of course after the confession, when they returned to the field, and it was really, really glad. It was really, really great that we saw that embrace, and then everyone's reaction was like, "Holy shit!" And then John was like, yeah, "Thank fucking God, it's finally happened." I think, well, even Weiss read the signs in, was it episode 2? I think it was. And she was like, about time. So I'm sure she was getting, I'm sure she was thinking that when obviously she saw Blake and Yang. So, but there is such a, it is actually kind of funny that they were surrounded in a cloudy environment, because that cloud has been lifted from their shoulders, you could say. So there's been so much weight that has been lifted with the fact that they had these feelings, and now they get this opportunity. I mean, of course, the Ever After did kind of force their hand a bit, but it needed to be said, didn't it? It needed to be ushered out as well at the end of the day. So, yeah. And I say that because this has been a thing that's been in the making for you. It's not just because it's not with the idea of the fans have been wanting Bumblebee to set sail, but there's been so many hints in these past volumes, and the fans have read the room. It's like, when is it gonna happen? Because it's not like they're doing this just for shits and giggles. We're seeing the signs and all of that. But of course you're not gonna rush things whatsoever, and here we are. It was a beautiful moment. And you have them on a bridge. You have them building steps to come towards each other. That's it though. Like, they were so far apart, and the more they the more they came out with compliments and what they liked about each other, the more they felt closer and closer, and then literally had the building blocks there to seal the deal. So, and yeah, but I just really loved it. I mean, this is it though. There is not much to say. It was really beautiful. I was just absorbing and very happy about the fact that we finally got this moment. It's a moment that I have been visualizing in my head for some time. Well, for a few years, because I've really loved the Bumblebee ship. I've wanted them to express their feelings and all of that, and I'm sure a lot of Bumblebee shippers will think the same. We have been wanting this moment for some time, and it's just, yeah, it is, mwah, chef kiss. It was really beautiful with how it was executed. And I'm sure the RWBY were thinking about the best way they could execute this as well, because they know that this has been a ship that a lot of people love so much. And it was just done beautifully in terms of, the complications of the Ever After. And like I said, building a bridge to get closer to each other. But the music, the dialogue and everything was just really great. And Aaron and Bob killed it. And, obviously they've talked about this for some time, obviously. Because they know that a lot of people ship Bumblebee in that. So when it came round to recording, it was probably get to a point where they just were so excited to finally get to this moment, because they appreciate their character journeys so much, and this is a big deal. So I mean, with Kara, with Lindsay, with Bob and Aaron, they're like a family anyways, like Team RWBY. So Yeah. It was beautiful. It was... Yeah. And, you know, I definitely do feel like there might be some people who will think, okay, the Bumblebee kind of took away from certain important elements in this episode. I don't think it did, to be fair. Because we got to find... I mean, I kind of got what I had hoped, which was some explanation in regards to Jean and how things came to be with him being the Rusted Knight, with time going backwards, and him encountering Alex and Lois and the Curious Cat. And not just that, though, but it really does... Well, especially coming into the final 4 episodes, it does really, really make you more and more concerned. I mean, especially in these last few episodes, it's been a very, very worrying situation with Ruby's, of course, mentality, and, you know, Neo's still out there. Sure, the Curious Cat's going to stumble into her, and it's going to be like, yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see where that will go. But yeah, you have the stakes definitely being raised because of the idea that we might have to sacrifice maybe a life, maybe Sean. Like I said, obviously I don't feel like anyone of Team RWBY is gonna, you know, RWBY will probably at first want to sacrifice herself, but obviously I feel like Crescent Rose will be given up, because I feel like the axe, which is that Summer had as a weapon, I feel like RWBY will take that, and thus cutting the ties to her past, aka Crescent Rose, to become something more, to become someone new. Thus Ascension, I guess. But yeah, you just worry about the stakes because, like I said, Jean, I feel like he is... If there's anyone from the 5 that is at risk of staying around, sacrificing themselves, I guess, or whatever, it's Jean. Especially with how old he is, I guess, now. Especially with the trauma he is going through, with the fact that Penny is still like we even saw throughout this episode when he walked past those reflective things, that Penny was still there, and it still pains him. So, because I don't know how long it's been for Jean in the Ever After, but Penny's what happened to Penny is still weighing on his mind. So, yeah, I'm just really, like I said, with these final bunch of episodes, the stakes are definitely raised. So I don't think the Bumblebee confirmation took away anything from this episode. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be talking about it, but as we are in the second half of this volume and we're coming towards the final 4 episodes, the stakes are there, and we've still got a lot to consider, but sacrifice is now being talked about, and that's going to have a lot of people probably speculating about what is going to be sacrificed, because I don't think one for the trade of 5 is going to be a thing. In terms of, okay, I'm going to sacrifice Crescent Rose, us 5 are going to return. There's going to be 5 things to sacrifice for 5 people to return, or 4 for 4. I don't know. Yeah, probably. Because if John is not going to make it back to Remnant. So, we'll see. But, damn, this was a long talk. So, I will see you guys next time. This was a fantastic episode. Just, chef kiss. And I'm just going to be swimming in the joy of Bumblebee for this next week. It was just euphoric. Just beautiful. Wholesome. Fantastic. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!